Welcome to Greystone Capital Group, where we invite you to embark on an extraordinary journey towards a life of abundance and fulfillment. At Greystone Capital Group, we specialize in the transformative power of passive investing in commercial real estate. Your journey to financial freedom and a fulfilled life begins right here. Subscribe now and let Greystone Capital Group be your guide to shaping a brighter tomorrow.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the show. Today I have a returning champion. Jen is back today. She's on episode 1. And thank you again for coming on the show, Jen.
Thanks, Jonathan, for having me.
Yes. So tell a little people about yourself, people who are probably new listeners, a little about your background and how you got started.
Sure. So when it comes to real estate, let's see, I started with, I graduated as a fine art major and didn't find any really good jobs on the market. So my parents got to be right about that. And I got really interested in, well, how do I make money? And I started with wholesaling and flipping and paying for one of those really expensive $40,000 mentorship programs when I was straight out of college. And I didn't have the money then. And so I put it all on credit cards because they were like, oh, like get used to using OPM and like make it all back in one flip. And it never happened for me. So I ended up working at a real estate investment company that was selling Dallas turnkey rentals to Bay Area passive investors, because that's where I'm from, the Bay, California. And my company transitioned into syndicating commercial properties. Same concept, right? It's passive and it's cash flow, and it's for these investors, they're not real estate people. So it was more just re-educating them about this as another vehicle. And I think I was very lucky to be introduced to syndications rather earlier in maybe 2018. And what I did for my company was marketing. So I created a meetup called BACOMM, Bay Area Commercial Multifamily Investment Club, because we had to educate people what this new thing was. And they weren't really talking about commercial at any of the other real estate investment clubs. So we created our own platform and did that for a while. Then I got married to a Bulgarian guy. His family is 5 generations of beekeepers in Bulgaria. He's allergic to bees, and he was working in IT. No plans of returning. Then on our wedding day, his family gave us the farm. It had 100 beehives on it. So, we quit our jobs. We moved to Bulgaria, and I continued to do real estate community building virtually, which is how I met you through the 506 Club, I think.
Yes.
You were also building your community as well at the same time. And I was also coaching as well, focusing mostly on performance coaching, how to get people to get faster, better results. And then after doing 2 of my own deals, I realized I like things about real estate, but I don't like a lot of things about real estate. Like I don't like deal sourcing. I don't like deal analysis. I don't like underwriting. I don't like, I don't know, like keeping track of numbers and economics and things like that. Not really my thing. And I was just like, you know what? What I really like about this industry and about the coaching is people and behavior and psychology. So pretty much this year, I decided to double down on the coaching. And being in Bulgaria, I had just this whole new perspective. It felt like a really big sabbatical, honestly, because here people don't have expectations of me. People have never met a Chinese American before. People are not all type A here. They're like very not type A, for better or worse. And I really discovered how to like chill out and enjoy the little things that I never did. And so
that's great.
Now, thank you. And what I'm really passionate about is helping people actually find work-life alignment, where you're not trying to balance between all the things you need to be successful, but like, what can you do to like really just enjoy the process as much as getting to the result? So
interesting.
A little quick thing about me.
Great. That's awesome. I know you're very successful at raising capital and
Mhm.
I guess connecting people in the Bay Area, very
Yeah.
successful. And your episode was very highly ranked. A lot of people listening to downloads. So you're one of the most successful in the
What?
podcast. Yeah, surprisingly, you're on the top 10. So that's
Wow. I
good.
need to
Yeah.
re-listen to that episode.
Yes, yes. And you were very, I think very first, I believe it was, as I recall.
Yeah.
And if it was 4 years, I think it was 4 years ago. If you think you're right, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't recall. But yeah. But now
Yeah.
now you're moving in the sector to yeah, I know you're doing a lot of beehives and
Yep.
beekeeping, right? How's that going?
It's good. I mean, we still have 100 hives. We're starting to export. We'll be exporting to the US soon. So stay
Okay.
tuned, everyone.
Okay.
And all over Europe, as well as, B2B and Bulgaria getting into the grocery chains. So it's growing slowly and steadily.
Okay. Good,
Very
good. And I
different.
know
Yeah.
it's good because I'm glad you kind of step outside the state because states is very hustle and bustle, especially in the big cities. Always trying to get ahead and always try to go ahead. And I think in other countries like Bulgaria, Romania, I think they're not really, you know what I mean? It's more like relaxed, I think, right? So
Absolutely.
yeah.
A little bit too much. So it's a bit more extreme, but
Oh yeah. So can you speak fluent Bulgarian now?
I would say conversational.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It seems very hard for me like to learn Bulgarian, which maybe sound Russian. I don't know if it sounds Russian, but
Yeah.
it
It
sounds
is
Russian.
Slavic. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's very difficult for me to learn. So that's great. So let's talk about your program. You are helping women. Is it private coaching or can you explain a little more about that?
Yeah. So I created something called the D.R.E.A.M method. That's my unique methodology, and I can explain it and how it helps people.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's an acronym. The D stands for diagnosing the problem correctly, defining
Okay.
the problem.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is many people think the problem is somewhere out here on a conscious level. So, for example, I love to give this example. Online dating, right? People who
Okay.
are online dating believe the problem is there are no good quality people on the apps. The apps
Okay.
suck.
Yeah.
The real problem is in the subconscious. And it's something like, I don't deserve to be happy or I am unworthy of love,
Okay.
right? So, first,
Okay.
we need to actually find out what is the core subconscious problem. And then R is removing the root cause. So, here I use a lot of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming techniques to dig into the subconscious, into the past, and actually remove where those thoughts and beliefs originated from.
Hmm.
Um, E stands for exposing and expressing your true self. So here we do a lot of work on discovering your core values because a lot of people think their values are things that they inherited from their upbringing or their culture. Like
Hmm.
for me, I thought being achievement or being strong were my values.
Okay.
And what I didn't realize is these are the values that I inherited from my upbringing. My values are connection and love,
Hmm.
and among many other things, growth is one of them. But achievement in the traditional sense is actually not my top value because I don't enjoy when I'm always achieving and and then I'm wondering why the heck am I even doing this, right?
Yes.
So that's why the E comes after the D and the R because we need to remove all the stuff in the way to see clearly who we are at the core.
Okay.
And then once it's clear what our values are, what our superpowers are, then we can do A, which is action, taking aligned action with your goals, because now your actions are actually going to help you produce the result that's consistent with what you actually want.
Yeah.
And then it should feel easy and effortless. You should be sustainably self-motivated without having to try hard or push through or use brute force or willpower because it's aligned. And then the M is once your beliefs are aligned, your actions are aligned, you should start manifesting and being a magnet for attracting the things that you want in your life. So that's the D.R.E.A.M method.
Okay.
And when I first started teaching at the beginning of this year, I was mostly helping men, women, teenagers, grandmothers all over Europe and Africa and the Middle East, just kind of my time zone here.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and what I realized is there was a group of female entrepreneurs who really wanted to promote me, and they started referring me in their group. And the other people, I started asking, what is the reason that after I was doing like a 5-day challenge, you're not signing up for my 10-week programs? And they said, after the 5 days, I'm just so tired. I've had enough. Like this was so valuable. I don't think I need more. But
Oh,
the women, the entrepreneurs, they were like, 5 days, let's keep going. Let's do 10 weeks. Let's do more. They wanted intensity. And I just
oh,
assumed that everyone's as intense as me. But it's a
oh,
very
okay.
Bay Area thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so eventually I found my way back to Asian women in real estate because of my unique background. Um, they resonate with my background. And so now I'm actually doing a webinar series for the Sarah ladies about negotiation and overcoming like being a submissive or bossy Asian biatch, um,
Okay.
or how to overcome specific fears that Asian women have when it comes to investing or speaking up. Um, and it's really cool to be able to help exactly who I was 5 years ago. Like these are things that I wish I knew back then.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So you, oh, okay. So I guess because Asian women resonate to you, you understand your background and you care
Yeah.
to. There's a lot of people in the Bay Area in California and that's Asian, where Diana has a group, the women's
Yeah.
ladies group as well. So yeah,
Yeah. Definitely should tap into that. Yeah.
yeah. And so she has that, and also so that's great. So I love that dream because that's unique, it's authentic, and I think it will work if you just apply it in real life,
Absolutely.
right?
It's a
So.
system. I mean, there are definitely like if you hear certain words, then you do these kinds of exercises and or you reframe it this way or you interrupt the pattern that way. It's very practical.
Great, great. So how people can reach out to you to learn more about this and then your program, Jen?
So my website, you can drop it in the links below, is dream-method.com.
Okay,
Um, I have a 3-day work-life alignment challenge coming up that's on my website.
okay,
And this is going to help you really discover, yeah, through using the dream method, what work-life alignment could look like for you. I also have one-on-one coaching and packages of one-on-one coaching. And I also have a 10-week program, which is more intensive and comprehensive. So
okay. So you have a 1 week program, and normally how long does it run? Is it 10 weeks normally, or different? Is it varies based on your program?
So I have the 3-day challenge, which is the work life alignment challenge. Then I
Hmm.
have the 10-week program, which is the Dream Life Mastery. So basically, I spend 2 weeks on each letter of the D.R.E.A.M. So it's very
Okay,
comprehensive.
it's very
Yeah.
goes deep into the details, the weeds of what's a dream mean. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. I love that. I love that. So yeah, anyone listening wants to reach out, Jen. It's a great program. I love it. And I think it will help you enhance your life and and what you want to do in life. So I'll have in the
Agree.
show notes her links and her information, Jen Kasek, and thank you for coming to the show, Jen. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you too.